Mazz, take it away.
Okay, we did, again, traditional tiers this week, and I will tell you that I actually took the liberty, finally, or made the effort, finally, of putting teams in order in each tier.
That a boy.
Hey, all right.
Okay, so it's not, because then inevitably, Murray says, you have them in the same tier as this team? Yeah, so, okay, fine, I grouped them generally. I'm a big picture guy, Murray. But this week, just for you, I put them in order. Okay, Tier 1. Let's start with Tier 1.
Tier 1.
Tier 1, two teams in the league, Buffalo, Philadelphia, in that order. And the reason I have the Bills number 1 is I think that, frankly, they played better. I have questions about their defense, but Josh Allen's the best player in the league, and until someone beats him, he's going to remain the best player in the league. Philadelphia also speaks for itself. They were behind by a lot to the Rams and then turned it on. They're stacked in terms of talent. I question some of the motivation on the Eagles. They have not played great in the early part of the year. They haven't been bad. They've been good, but they have much more in the tank, and they have not played their best. Maybe in the second half against the Rams they did. Tier 2, Detroit. Lost to Green Bay early in the year. Green Bay lost to Cleveland last week. Baltimore lost to Detroit. The Chargers, unbeaten, but I need to see more. I'm not all the way there yet.
These are in order.
Correct.
So Detroit's the 3rd team in the league. Green Bay's the 4th. Baltimore's 5. The Chargers are 6. Continue.
Okay, Tampa Bay, unbeaten. A lot of people like the Bucs, and they say, wow, they've won 3 last-minute games. I think that actually works against them a little bit because look at the Commanders last year. They had all those finishes, and the fact is they kind of pulled some out of their ass. I love Baker Mayfield, and good for Tampa Bay for winning those games. It's a hard way to live. The Rams only lost to Philly. I believe in the Rams. I think they're good. San Francisco, 3-0, but the wins have all been tight. The Colts, 3-0, haven't played anybody. Seattle, sneaky good, 2-1. Darnold's made a difference there. I think you got to watch the Vikings because of Kevin O'Connell. He wins with no matter who's at quarterback. I'm not telling you they're one of the top 5 or 6 teams in the league, but they're in the upper half.
Murray?
I mean, Detroit should be in Tier 1. They have the most impressive win in the league through 3 weeks. That's at Baltimore on Sunday night.
They got smoked by Green Bay in week 1.
Yeah, they weren't prepared yet, and their offensive line was still trying to gel.
They got smoked.
Yeah.
I just feel it's too bulky.
And what'd you say about the Bucs?
There's 9 teams there. Your job is to separate those.
It's like Washington, no way to live. I mean, the same Washington that made the conference championship last year. I mean, I have no problem with the Bucs. They should be a little higher. Of course, you got the Harbaugh bump. You have the Chargers too high. Colts, please.
I just think there's too many teams in that tier. You're supposed to separate. You're supposed to separate the teams like the Packers and the Lions and the Ravens from the Seahawks and the Colts, unless you think, you know what I mean? It's just too big of a division.
I think there are plenty of pretenders in the NFL in Tier 2.
Then they should be in Tier 3.
Well, then you're going to say that Tier 3 is too stacked.
You need more tiers.
There are 32 teams in the league, and there are 5 tiers. How many tiers you want?
Maybe more.
You want 8 tiers? You want me to give you 8 tiers?
Yeah, we could do that.
I can give you 8 tiers if you want 8 tiers next week.
After seeing the number of teams in Tier 2, I think you need more tiers.
Okay, then you know what? We'll go to 8 tiers next week.
We can do that. Yeah,
why
since when is it only 5 tiers?
Since they're Mazz's tiers.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of tiers.
Okay, how many teams?
I do 2 tiers. You complain there were too few. Now 5's too few.
How many teams do you have in Tier 3? Like 9?
Tier 3 is.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
7 teams. 7 teams.
Jesus.
Kansas City Chiefs at
Where's
the top.
The music?
Tier 3. There it is.
I have to wait for my cue, Murray.
Tier 3, Kansas City Chiefs. That's right. Top of Tier 3. The Chiefs aren't great. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Washington Commanders. They're obviously without Jaden Daniels at the moment, but so they could sneak into Tier 2. We'll see how that goes, but nothing overly impressive from the Commanders yet. Arizona, sneaky good defense. In fact, did you know that they have the number 5 defense in the league? That defense is legit in Arizona.
And they're going up against Darnold tonight?
Keep an eye on the Cardinals.
Making a bet.
Okay, keep an eye on the Cardinals. Denver's defense also very good. They've given away a couple of games, but they should be higher. They've underachieved. They're a middle-of-the-pack team right now. Cincinnati slipping because obviously Burrow is injured. No better than middle of the pack. Same with Pittsburgh. Same with the Jaguars, who are not horrible. The Jaguars aren't horrible.
They're not?
No, they're really not. They're okay. They got some talent there. And their defense is okay, but they are not, they're not a Tier 2 team, and they're not a Tier 4 team, somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
That would be tier 3. Very good, Ness.
Well,
He
that's
just
why-
defined. He just defined the number 3.
Yeah.
In case you were ever wondering, it's somewhere between 2 and 4.
But next week, that could be tier 5. I don't know. I mean, it depends how many tiers we have. And apparently, we need more of them.
Have trouble finding tier 3? Just come to Mazz. He'll tell
32
you
tiers.
exactly where it is.
Tier 4. Let's go to tier 4. Hit the music, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Top of tier 4. Cleveland Browns. I'm kind of impressed by the Browns. They hang in there. They fight.
Their
They got-
defense is nasty.
There is. They got a nasty defense. And if they had a quarterback, I think they'd be an average team in the league. They don't. So that's obviously a major problem. I don't mean to just dismiss that. But they beat Green Bay. You jump up when you beat Green Bay. The Bears beat the Cowboys, who are right behind them in tier 4 here. And then now we start to get the dregs of the league. The Raiders have beaten only the Patriots. The Patriots have beaten only Miami. Carolina just blew out Atlanta. We'll get to them in a minute, Murray. But Carolina is just barely into tier 4, but don't kid yourself. It's a suck franchise. You should win the game this week.
So the
I'd have Carolina ahead of the Patriots.
Fine, but the Pats are up. I think you had the Pats in the last tier the last time we did this. However many tiers you
No,
did.
Patriots
No,
were tier 4.
yeah,
They were?
because they were coming off the Miami.
All
game.
right, never mind. Sorry.
They might have been in tier 5 to start the year, though.
Sorry.
After that first game. Now, tier 5. Again, we get to the suck bags.
This is the last tier, Mazz?
Atlanta Falcons. This is the last tier this week.
You sure?
This week, Jimmy.
I think you need more tiers.
Atlanta Falcons. Murray, for some reason, I feel like you're always defending the Falcons. They kind of suck. The Falcons kind of suck. The quarterback's not very good. He looked like garbage last week. I keep telling you guys, despite my allegiances to the alleged allegiances to the University of Washington, Michael Penix is not very good.
I've never said anything good about
I
them in
don't
the
know.
last
I think
year
you
or so.
saw-
I talked up the Raiders.
No, you still get some. You still get some of your what's the connection?
I
Some of your
hated-
roots in Atlanta.
I hated that place.
Yeah. Houston, maybe the most disappointing team in the league. The Jets suck. Miami sucks. And then probably the 3 worst teams in the league, although the Dolphins could be a 4th and maybe the Jets a 5th. New Orleans, the Giants, and Tennessee. Those 3 teams all stink.
Here's what I want to tell you again. Keep that up, Vinny, please. These are the 7 worst teams in the league. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Of those 7 worst teams, you play 6 of them, including 2 of them twice. Atlanta, the Jets twice, Miami twice, the Saints, the Giants, the Titans. That's 9 games, if I'm not mistaken there, against the dregs of the dregs. Your schedule isn't just soft. It is against the worst of the worst, and I'm sorry, I put Carolina in the last tier too.
Well, they're pretty close
And Carolina is just barely above tier 5, and
because
that
they
just
beat Atlanta.
it just sort of reiterates what's ahead. What's before you here. It should not take a lot for you to get better this year,
Agreed.
record wise.
But the Pats are trash, too.
Maybe.
So trash v. trash is usually a coin flip.
They shouldn't be trash.
I mean, you
But
could
they-
be 0-3 if the Miami player doesn't step out of bounds.
They shouldn't be, but they are.
I don't think they will be.
Okay, but I will also say compare your quarterback to the ones that are behind you on this list. And you have the advantage over the large majority of them.
For numbers, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Is it possible for Murray to deliver football commentary without that tone?
No.
Well, can you guys, not BS me in the audience?
No one's BSing you.
I know they're so much better in May and Penix. Oh, I know he's years ahead of Penix. So much better. Yeah.
Who said so much?
With the DVOA and the USA
Did
and
I say so much?
The EPA.
GFY.
I said better. You should be better. I didn't say so much better. I said better. You
I
have a
just-
better quarterback than most of those teams. Majority, I
just-
said majority.
I'm just not going to have the plate of BS that's put in front of me and eat it. I'm just going to laugh about it.